these projects, the first important thing is the communication. Okay, so now what is that communication? First thing which is comes here is comprehension. What is comprehension now? See, we will be focusing more on comprehension there. Why? Because now what you read, you must have to understand what you are reading. Okay, see, when you study a book also, when you just read that book, you will not understand anything. But when you try to understand what is written on the statement or in that sentence, now you will be able to explain that sentence. Okay, so now if you are working in a project, or if you are working if you are a working professional, you have to understand what has been written. Okay, so now to make students groomed in that, what we do is that we give students training on comprehension writing. Okay, there will be lots of passages will be there given to you. You have to read those passages and then you have to make your own statement. Okay, it's not that you'll just copy paste from what is written on the comprehension. You have to understand what is written on the comprehension. That is one part. Okay, because iMerit needs those type of people who can understand the statement and then make their own statement. So that is why first thing we focus on comprehension. See, I cannot be able to on my video because internet is very slow here in my from my home place. Like, is internet is not that functioning better. If I'll open my video, my voice might break. Okay, so that is why I'm not opening my video. Okay, somebody has written in the message. I can read that. Okay, so if I on my video, my voice might break. Okay, so that is why I'm saying like I will not be able to on my video. Okay, fine. So the first thing which I was talking about is that comprehension. Now comes the another important thing comes your interview skills. Now most of you will think like, what is interview skills? Interview skills is what? Interview skills is what? Now when you go for an interview, there are certain protocols. Okay, there are certain protocols. See, I'm not saying that these are strict protocols which you have to follow. Okay, or which is right or what is wrong. That is not such thing like what is right and what is wrong. But there is a standard procedure, or you can say a protocol which you need to follow. Okay, like for example, how to dress yourself. See, nobody will tell you like go for an interview, okay, without proper dress. Okay, but what dress, what to wear, so that is important. Okay, these are very basic things, these are very basic things, but very important part, because what comes first is your first personality. Okay, so now if your personality will show where, your personality will be shown in your dress, because you have not spoken a word till now to the interviewer. Okay, the person who is taking your interview, you have not spoken a word to him. He is a stranger to you, you are a stranger to him. But the way you have dressed yourself, you have carried yourself, okay, in front of that interviewer, that is your first impression, and that is what is very much important. It will depend what type of questions you will be getting from your interviewer depending on your first impression. Because if your first impression is set, okay, it's cool, it's good, okay, now the interviewer will be relaxed, he will try to make you understand. But if your first impression is not right, then he will also try to communicate with you with that end statement, you understand, he will try to close you down, not open you up. Okay, so these are very important thing. You have to go to the interview where the interviewer will ask you question which will open you up, not close you down. Because if he will close you down, there will be very negative impact. Okay, when if he'll open you up, that means you will be able to give more answers. See, in interview there are certain questions which has no right answer or wrong answer. It's all about how you communicate and how you reply to that instant questions. So that means called instant thinking. Okay, that is why we have also a very important thing we have do in our course curriculum, we have added, that is called, okay, that is called psychoanalytics. Okay, where we do logical reasoning, okay, numerical reasoning, where a students will perform lots of reasoning part, okay, which helps the student to think on an instant. Like for example, if a question has been asked to you, okay, which doesn't have a right answer or a wrong answer, but you have to follow the pattern. Okay, the pattern is the most important thing which you follow in logical reasoning. In logical reasoning, there is no right answer or wrong answer. Right answer is the right answer if you follow the right pattern. Okay, suppose for example, if a word 5 is there and a number 5 is there and 10 is there, again 15 is there, that means what, it has been added by 5, isn't it? So that is a pattern. So what will be the next number? You'll easily say next number will be 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. So you're following the pattern. You're not saying, because you know After 15 comes what? 16. Right? As per the universal truth, after 15 comes 16. But once you do a logical reasoning, what you are doing? You are doing 5, 10, 15. So you'll not write 16, you'll write 20. You are following what? You are following the pattern. So similarly in interview also, there is no right or wrong. You have to follow the question. Okay? You have to understand the question and you have to follow what exactly has to be given the answer. So that is the pattern is there. So you have to follow that pattern. So these are the things which we groom, which we try to groom to our students. Okay, which we do every day practice in our classroom session. Okay, if it is online class also, in our online classes session also we try to do, because entire curriculum has been set to give to the students. Now that is one thing. Interview skills, your communication skills. Okay, now comes your technical part, technical skills. Now what is my technical skills? Now what are the necessity in this present world? Now see, the basic necessity is what? Now all the students should be aware of cloud computing. Now most of you will say like, sir, what is cloud computing? And if I will say you guys do cloud computing at present also, you are doing cloud computing. When I say that, I'm not wrong, because you post your pictures in WhatsApp, you post your pictures in Facebook, Instagram. I think most of people now doesn't use Facebook that much. Instagram. Okay, so what you are using? You are using a social networking site. Fine, but you're also using a cloud computing. How we are using a cloud computing? Cloud computing means where you are sharing data, okay, or you are sharing your retrieving your data and sharing your data not in one single device, but in a universal device. What is that universal device? That is a proper server or a proper site which has been created to store all the data of a particular person. Okay, so now that is your social networking site. But professionally, so professionally, what is my cloud computing? So in professional world, cloud computing will be, you'll be sharing your data, okay, which you will be using email. Okay, so now I'm talking about Gmail. Okay, Google. So Google will have a cloud computing. Okay, you can share in Google. Okay, you are using, if somebody is using an Apple phone, you are using Apple storage, Apple storage. So that is also one part of cloud computing. And now we have our own website where we don't give books to the students. What we do, we give them a login ID and a password. So wherever sitting at home or any device, you open your login ID, you will get the entire course curriculum is ready for you. That means what? You are also retrieving a data through cloud computing of Anuti Foundation. Okay. So similarly, now when you start working for organization also, any organization also, it's not that that device which you will be having or the device in which you will be sitting will have the entire data. You have to retrieve the data from where? From the cloud computing of that particular organization, for which you need a login ID and a password. So that is why it's very simple. See, login ID and password. But you should know the concept. The concept is what? The concept is that you are not using a normal storage. You are using a cloud storage. Okay, that means that work from home is also very much easy now. Your device at home, all the data, office related work, everything is in the cloud computing, which means in a centralized server of particular organization, and you are retrieving one by one, and you are performing your work. So that means sitting at home also you are performing your office work. It's not that sitting at home in your desktop, you are taking out your pictures and sharing your pictures. You are retrieving office data, and then you are working for office. That is what is possible because of this cloud computing. So a basic cloud computing concept will be taught to you all people, and different types of examples are there. We'll be doing that. We will be allowing you to create a Gmail account. Most of you have a Gmail account because most of you are using smartphones. I know that all of you will be having a Gmail account because you are all using a smartphones. So once you are using a smartphones, you are having a Gmail account. But how to utilize that Gmail account? That is much more important. Now you have a Gmail account, you retrieve mails and all, but how to forward that mail? How to forward that mail or reply that mail to a one particular single person, not to all. The mail has come to you from 10 people, but you want to reply to one single person. How to reply? There are concept. Okay, what is the concept of CC? Carbon copy, BCC, blank carbon copy. Why we need that? Because you are working, you have to be professional. How to write a mail? Okay, you cannot just like the way you write in your WhatsApp with your friends. You cannot do that when you do a professional work. Okay, so those are the things will be taught to you. Okay, so that is one thing. I'm not talking about applications here. I'm talking about the day-to-day necessity, because you are doing work from home, or you are working for a different geographical area, and your head office in different geographical area. But you have to communicate, and that instant communication is very much important at present world. But you have to know to utilize that instant communication. Okay, you have to know to utilize that instant communication via mail, via social, via any other mode of communication. But you have to use it in a professional way, not the way you use with your friends. Okay, so those are the things will be again taught to you in detail. Next comes some basic applications, like how to create a word file, how to do store data in Excel, how to retrieve data from an Excel, how to create an Excel file, how to generate a sales report, or create a what you can say, like your office report. Okay, suppose you all are the students who have joined us, so we have to create an Excel file for you people, and we have to say like this name, particular student, class, semester this, coming has scored this much in base term, mid term. There are different types of exams are there which you have to give. So which you have to create a complete report for that. So that is my work. I will create that report. But when you work for iMerit or other any organization, you have to create a different type of report. So to create those different type of report, also you need to know the particular file which you will be utilizing. Like for example, you'll be using Excel file or Microsoft Access file or Word file. Suppose you have to create a presentation, then you have to utilize a PowerPoint slide. Okay, so these are the basic applications also will be taught to you. So now see, if I will just do a review of what I have said. First is your communication, okay, for which we will be giving you lots of comprehensions and all. Then we have got your interview skills. Then we have talked about something called cloud computing. Then we have talked about something called your applications which are used day to day in an office organization. Now in that sense, we also have one very important thing that is called Nguru app. There is one app we have. Okay, in Nguru app, what happens is that you have to install that app in your mobile phone, and then day to day you have to complete some. It's like playing a game. You have to complete certain levels. Okay, one level, two level. How it will help you? It will help you to generate or frame the sentence properly. It's an English communication app where you will understand how to frame a sentence. See, you know how to speak in English. I know all of us can speak in English, but how to frame a particular sentence when you explain to the other person. Okay, because you know you know what is this particular comprehension you have read. You understand that, but now to explain in your own word, you might face a difficulty. In your mother tongue, it will be very easy for you to explain, but when it comes to explain in English, you might face some difficulties. So this app will help you to frame the sentence, to complete the sentence in a right way, and then explain to the somebody who you want to explain. Like for example, it will also help you during your interview, because in your interview what will happen, you will not have a communication problem. Rather, you will be completing your sentence in a proper way. You will frame properly and you will complete properly. This is one thing which will also you will be doing during your training period. Now, for your instant thinking, I said like we'll be doing logical reasoning. Okay, psychoanalytics, one part is there, which will be doing lots of numerical reasoning, alphabetical. Okay, so lots are there. So we'll be doing that. Now, at the end, okay, the most important thing also comes is that we'll be doing some activities. What is these activities? Like for example, a mock interview. Mock interview means not an actual interview. It's a interview taken by faculty members to you, just to see how good you are, how well you have prepared. Okay, then comes sometimes might come you have to stand and introduce yourself. Okay, these are what. Now see, in a group of 100 people, okay, you'll say like, no sir, I will not be able. You'll feel shy to see. But you never know, if you'll go for an interview, and if that interview, say like not single interview, it will be a group discussion interview. Now you cannot say that I'm say like I cannot speak in front of people, group of people. That fear should come out. Okay, so we'll be doing this type of activities, small activities every day, or once in a week we'll be doing this type of activities to you all. What happens in this type of activities? Your fear factor will go up. Okay, your fear, that fear of speaking. Somebody is on mute. Please mute yourself. Na? So what happens is that the fear factor of can't speak in front of people will go off. Okay, because you will be doing that every day. Because see, practice makes a man perfect. Na? So where you'll do a practice, okay, every time. So in this 3 months period time, okay, what you will be doing that every day you will be improving yourself. Okay, from day one, we also keep a record of okay, how was he or she at the first day when she has introduced herself, and on the 90th day or last day of the class, we might do the same activity and might see the same person. How was the person at the beginning and how was the person at the end of the session? So this is what is all about. We do, okay, and we give to the students. We will not be sharing any books to you all. As I said, you also have to understand about cloud computing. So that's why we will be giving you LMS ID password. You will be retrieving your book from there. That means your data, okay, and then you'll be performing the tasks. Everything will be in the particular website. Next, we have an app for English communication. Fine, we'll be doing that. Next, we have also lots of comprehension part which you will be completing, okay, during your classroom session and your self-learning session. And Anudeep, we focus on two things which is very important. One is self-learning, and then one is learning with the faculty. Why self-learning is important? Somebody please video, you have shared your screen, huh? Why self-learning is important? Because if you try to learn yourself something, okay, that those questions, those part which will be stuck in your mind that you have not understand, you can clear your doubts during the classroom activities. Okay, so that is why self-learning is also very much important, and we focus, and we will not go to the next chapter until unless all the students complete their self-learning part. Faculty members will make sure that the self-learning part has been completed, okay, which is very much important. You have to utilize your device, okay. Most of you have your smartphones. You can access from the smartphone, and then you have to complete that activity, and then the faculty members will go on with the classroom activity which is related to the self-learning activity. This is how we train the students in the course of time. Okay, so this is from me, my side. Anybody is having any question, please can ask me. Anybody having any question?
Ravisha, they can do that. They can ask later also, because we don't have that much of time. So now Sadan sir is also there, and then I would like also just to talk for 5 minutes. So if
okay, okay, sure.
Okay, then thank you so much, Ravi sir, for your information. Like, you have shared a lot of information to the students. Now, first of all, I would like to thank all the professors and all the students to join here, and even I would like to welcome Sir Krishna, who is our regional manager from Calcutta, who has joined us. So before I go ahead, I just like to, one of our student is already who has completed her course along with Anudeep Foundation. Her name is Barinia Lindra. She's already there. I can see her. So Barinia, if you can just share a little bit of your experience with Anudeep. Would love to hear from you. Bharini, are you there? Yeah, Bharini, if you can just share your experience along with your, friends and all, even with your professors. How was your experience with Anudeep?
Well, I've experienced in Anudeep for about 2 months. It helped me a lot with the communication skills, logical reasoning. We also have that app, like Sir Ravi said, about NGuru, and we've completed that. It helped us a lot, sir.
Thank you so much, Barinia, for sharing your experience, things which you have experienced. Okay, thank you so much, Barinia.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Okay, but now I would like to welcome Sir Krishna Sadan Adhikari, who is our regional manager. He would like to just share his thoughts about Anudeep and thought about the things. So, Sir Krishna, if you can just
Yeah, thank you, Peter. Thank you. Thank you for this warm welcome, and thank you to all the teachers and all the students for this wonderful platform. Yeah, it is a very time-oriented thinking. My dear students, everything said by Mr. Robi is a great opportunity to interact all of you. So I just, not to waste my time, I just started what is the Anudeep and what we are doing. Correct. Okay. So I am sharing my one of the just 3 to 4 slide of my PPT. So I request to every students, please switch off your video, because in the student scenario, this has a bandwidth is a big challenge. So if you open your video, then you will face some of the bandwidth issue. So I request to everyone, please mute your video. Okay. So before we starting the what is the Unnati and something, yeah, it is we are in a social development organizations. My dear students, because at present India is a very young state, young country. In compared to the other part of the world, India is the most youngest country. Why this is the youngest? Because in our average average age of the life in our entire mass in entire population, this almost 60% look like you. That's mean all like you. That's mean you. So 18 to 30 years of the age at present in India, it is a huge population. So if we are not think about the right way, right direction in our career, the right direction, what is our industry need and what is our next step for our career development, then it is a big challenge. So the foundation is doing something on behalf of the society, and this is one of the economical word. India at present is the demographic dividend country. So we need to think about the huge demographic dividend, like you, my dear students, because you are all in a very young age, young time. So you need to the right career path, and one of the ways help to you provide the career path. So let's start from my presentations. So I request to everybody, please mute your video, else we will face the bandwidth problem. Okay. So my dear students, this is actually we are doing for just a minute. Please allow me for the 1 minute. Okay. Yeah. So one of the foundations, what is the doing this one of the foundations, what we are and what we are doing. Is actually one of the foundations is a life transform company. That's been organization. We are transform the life. That means the youth. You have the hard skill. That's mean maybe you are a graduate. Maybe you are very good in communications. Maybe you are very good in IT knowledge, or maybe in very good in academic knowledge. But these strike force to convert it to the livelihood. That's been life transfer. What is the industry wants and what is our requirement? So this is done by Unnati Foundation. So what is the Unnati Foundation? We are in at present we have the 74 offices, look like in Shillong, in other state, look like Bangalore, look like Delhi, look like in Maharashtra, look like Calcutta. This is all the part of the India. We have 74 offices. And simultaneously, we have an association with the Bangladesh. This is the most of the you. This is the Park. Park is one of the renowned NGO in the worldwide, and we are jointly doing this activity in the Bangladesh also. We have also office in the USA. We are also doing the same activity, look like in India and USA. Those who are in the Spanish people, and also that they are also required for the industry scale. So Unnati Foundation is presently doing these are 3 countries. One is India, second one is Bangladesh, and third one is the USA. So we are doing this life transform. How we do this? How we do this? This is the Career Skill Development Center. Why? Economic empowerment for the livelihood opportunity. So my dear students, all of you are agree with me. The students' world is a need for the economic freedom. So we are doing this. One of the India's leading training and career development network, because we have there's almost 74 training centers in India, which I just said, and abroad in the Bangladesh and USA. Worldwide curriculum state of the art technology is a very important. So we have a strong academic team. We have a strong academic blended learning methodology. So what the pedagogy we use today's world, which is the need, that's been the need-based analysis and need-based training. This is called the TNA, the training needs analysis. Whatever you're training, what we are providing, that needs some of the output, that needs some of the utility. So what is the industry demand? Unnati Foundation provided is the training. New and modern skills in the long-term careers. Yes, what is the said by the Robisha? The present scenario during this COVID, before and after this COVID, is go for the work from home opportunity. So we are habituated to see these are our previous generation. They are used to work in maybe the 10 to 5 or maybe the 10 to 6 or maybe the 10 to 4 and go for this one place to another place and doing their job. But now this is a new type of the job. Is during COVID and after this COVID. This is called work from home. So we are doing we are constantly promote this new technology. We are constantly teach the students to adapt this technology. Practical and theory classes by the based in that class of faculty. You know, this is a very important. We are here, the trainer look like Robisha and others. They are not your trainer, look like your school college trainers, right? We are here for the facilitator. You, my dear students, you are all at the adult, maybe because you are in around 18 or maybe they cross the 18. So you are the most adult. So now this is the need for actually the coach or mentor look like a football club, like a cricket club. So people actually are playing. And the mentor and coach, they make the strategy and how to implement this. So our trainer is that look like this. They are actually the most of your philosophical guide. They have the very good psychological qualifications. They know how to handle this pressure. They know how to handle this your query, and they know how to require for this industry present demand. And we have an also in the national wise, we have the 55 national tie-up with all this company. Those who are provide you the placements, that's been livelihood opportunity. And yes, this is a very important part. We are authorized by the National Skill Development Corporations and the Skill India. That is by Government of India's initiative. So we are in the whatever we provide you the certificate. It is a Government of India's NSDC and Skill India App certificate. Yeah, this is the Onodi Foundation is doing, and why this Onodi Foundation is different. This is the most important. Why you joined here? Why need to thinking in your brain? Because this is the students-friendly learning management system. This is called LMS. My dear students, all of you agree with me. Whenever we are in a very childhood, what we accept, what we observe, what is actually our accept in our brain and our heart, that is called the learning. This is the broad way of the concept of learning, the holistic point of the view of the learning. So the learning is a very important part, and that should be followed by the scientific process. So Onodi Foundation is founded this all the curriculum, all the training, which is the student friendly, and which is a very important in the students society and students industry. Learning through the smart devices. This is the most important part. Is today's world is dominated by the communications, and what exactly said by the Rovisha, the cloud base. Everything in your society, everything in your modern amenity is actually the cloud sourcing, or maybe the data analysis, the data science. This is the type of the modern technology of the learning. So Onodi Foundation is starting your learning through your devices, not the only for chalk duster process, which is actually you are used to in your college or school life. But yes, there's a new technology, new thinking, because industry want it, and you all are face this COVID time of the scenario. This is a very important part of the learning through your smart devices. And yes, this is the most important part, because all of you are adult, all of you are crossing 18 or maybe the 18 plus. So you are the adult. Your brain is the matured. So this is the most important part, self-learning. If you are not thinking this is a necessity, it is required for your end, then it is nothing to happen. So self-learning is our one of the very unique technique for the teaching. And this is and why is the Onodi different? Onodi offer the right infrastructure. Yes, my dear students, right infrastructure means not only the big office, not only the big, very good faculty staffs, but yes, right infrastructure means the present scenario, what is the need. This need for the experience blended learning technology, 100% placement assistance, and access to digital age employment. What is the requirement of the industry? So we are the difference in this, the modern technology-based methodology and pedagogy. Second was the yes, the learning is necessity for the output. That means industry-oriented, 100% placement assistant, and obviously for access to digital age type of the interview and everything. So this is our Unodeep is different than others. And blended learning, this is a very, very unique concept. The blended means it is a customized. So if we are concentrated, what the rightly said by the Robishar, if we say that the need for the communication, you don't need for the communication because not this people is very good in the English, but yes, need for the business communications, need for the daily workplace readiness communication. So this is called the blended learning. Need for the IT orientation. What is the IT skill is required for the modern job? Look like work from home, look like the cloud sourcing, computing, data analysis, data science. That's actually the modern life of the job. So what is the technique required? What is the learning required? This is only provided through the blended learning system. Our students can learn outside the classroom at their own space and time. This is the most important part, my dear students. Learning is not the restriction. If it is from the 10 to 1, if it is a 1 to 2, then it is a time binding and limitation. But learning is actually the autonomous things. So whenever you want, maybe through your watching your televisions, maybe chatting with your friends, maybe spend your quality time with your family, then it is a learning started. So it is our students can learn the outside the classroom. This is a unique feature of the blended learning. All this is provided it. Yeah, Mr. Robishar is told you what is the Nguru. Nguru is nothing more than it is not an English development app, but it is actually what is the polishness required for your workplace, what is the exact communication required for your workplace, why you write, when you write the respected madam or respected sir, when you write the dear sir or dear colleague, when you write the truly, when you write your rigors, when you use the block letter, when you use the color in your email, when you use the BCC, when you use the CC, there's a lot of the things is required for your daily life, daily working life. So this is the help by you through this world-class app is this is called Nguru. So Nudeep is promote you all of your training to this communication training, not only for the English, yes, communication for daily workplace readiness. This is provided by Anudeep through this Nguru. And personal certificate, yes, professional certificate with the national and international validity. I am powered by which is the this is the we are enter things is Anudeep, Capgemini, Microsoft, NSDC. These type of the world giant IT company provide you the certificate, provide you the course curriculum, provide you this content. So you just think that this is the world class platform. And our courses, you are already whenever you if you are interested, then you maybe connect in your nearest center, that's been Shillong. They will actually provide you the details data. So I will not give you the all the one by one courses, but yes, it is a need based courses. Our extra focus is what is this? Yes, we are focused for the spoken English. It is a very important. People know this English, but what is the actually spoken English? That is actually most and the most is the communications English. Soft skill is a very important. Your dress code, your body gestures, because there's a lot of the students in here. Is 150 students. If somebody is open the video and somebody your addressing, your etiquette, everything is the very important in students' work. This is called the soft skill. You have, my dear students, hard skill. That's mean your graduation degrees, your certificate, your lot of the very good professional degrees. This is called your hard skill. But in industry is need for your soft skill. So we are providing the soft skills. Workplace etiquette is a very, very important part in the students' work. So if you are doing for this work from home opportunity, so what is the required for your work from home? What is the video factoring? What is your video analysis? What is your showing? What is your sharing the mail? What is your wishes? Ethics is a very important. This is called workplace etiquettes. We are providing you workplace etiquettes. Yes, interpretation. What is the right said by the official? Interview is nothing but the communications. So we know that there will also the challenge in the YouTube. We know what is the answer of the tell me about yourself, the questions. But yes, interview is something different. They need the something different. That means they need, are you suitable for their company or not? So this is called interview readiness we are providing you. And personality development is the very, very important part. Personality development is the inner part from your skill. So we are helping you to the improve your personality and advance IT skill. That is what I said by Robishas. This is today's world. It is a need for the cloud sourcing, computing, future skill. This is called the future skill. And how we organize the livelihood, this is the most important part. Maybe the students have some questions from where we get the job, how you provide the job opportunity. So we are giving you the online interview through Google Meet, through Zoom, through Microsoft Teams. So this is the process. And what is the skill required for this handling this Google Meet? What is said by the Robisha, the iMerit and the company, they need the interview through the Google Meet. So we are providing you the support of the how to handle, how to face the online interview. Center-wise drives and client. Yes, this is the most important part. So if you are completed in your graduations or if you want for the livelihood, then maybe you will go for the Naukri.com, Indeed, LinkedIn. This is all recognized other job portal. Then you search the job. And thereafter you will apply the job. But here is the difference. When you were joined in the client actually provide you we require the 50 male candidate, or we require the 50 female candidate, those who know the something of the knowledge of this. If do you have? We are say that yes, we have the 50 strike force. Okay, then they are finalized one day. That's been maybe in a Saturday, 10 to 12. So whatever we do in that, Onoti organize 10 to 12 Google interview session. And you are one by one participant. So no need for finding job from your end. Onoti provide you the as per the client. Client is come down and organize the interview. This is a very interesting part. This is called the job fair. That's been this year. So if you are in after this COVID, or if you are either everything normalized, we are also organized center in a job drive. That there is a client is come down and they getting the interview, and you are one by one the second interview. With the 2 to 3 interviewer is come down, and you are opportunity for the faces interview. On-site interview at employer office we are providing you, and local drives. This is we are through this activity we organize the livelihood and placement where we provide you placement, all the leading IT and ITES. What is the means of IT and ITES? Information technology enabled industry. All the job at present 90% is information technology enabled job. That's been look like SBI Bank, look like any banking sector, private bank, look like in the Amazons, look like in the e-commerce portals, look like even in your mobile also. These all are information technology enabled service. So 90% job at present in the world is dominated by ITS company. So Onoti Foundation provide you the this is the job. This is the maybe you are in confusion. Voice and non-voice. Non-voice means this is the technical part. Maybe the technical assistance. Maybe the some of the need for the addressing something, digital marketing, internship job, etc. Retail job, e-commerce jobs, and field supervisor, service technician. Look like a HP. HP, there's a Hewlett Packard is a very giant company. So they need actually the hardware networking engineer in the Meghalaya, in the Assam, in the Mizoram, in the Arunachal. So this is called service technician. We are providing you the job. Accounts and finance job, it is a very important domain. So if you are need for the actually accounting job, there's a lot of opportunity, taxation, GST taxation calculations. We are providing this other job. Some of our company were hiring. This is the Tech Mahindra. This is what is the salary. This is the branch of the salary. Lots of the company look like a Nescribe, look like Adico, look like a Flipkart, look like influence management institutes and coaches, home innovations. That's a lot of the company. Reliance, Geo. This is the company we are provided. So that's all, my dear students. And another one is the company names. Is what is the in present scenario job opportunity. This is a very, very interesting part. Just focus on this. At present, immediate this month, Flipkart needs the 143 candidate immediate basis. Amazon needs the 78 candidate immediate basis. Sparse at present need the 50 candidate immediate. iMerit need the 264 candidate immediate basis. So this is a requirement of industry. So if you are ready, if you have the skill, then immediately we are provide you the job opportunity. And others that this is like a brand, you are habituated of this brand, they are actually strongly associated. We are just saying the initially 170 placement partner always actively participating in the Unnati Foundation. And yes, last but not the least, what is the success? So my dear students, before ending my sessions, I requested you to follow this, the golden rule of the success. Every person, those who are success in the world, they follow this. So let's first step is start. You need to start. If you are waiting, okay, from tomorrow, no, day after tomorrow, after discussing with my parents, after discuss my friend, brother, sister, teachers, then we come down. So you will lost your time. So start immediately. Then think. Think is a very important part of the thinking analysis because we are the best creature of the universe, best creature by the God, because we have the analytical power. So think and analysis. Thereafter should be the planning. So we after this complete our sessions, we are providing you the process, how you to start this online class or something, and there are planning is required. There's do have this plan own devices. When time you are free, there's a try, and obviously the try. Without try, nothing will be happen. Try, there have to do. It is a required. That's been actions. Action is a very important. If you are pessimistic, if you are a passive listener, then it is nothing will happen. So do definitely first step you will be success. Or if you may not be success, then again try again and keep on doing this continuation of this work, and definitely then you get the success. My dear students, this is the golden rule of every person, every activity, everything the success. Okay, so thank you very much. And if you have any questions, so all the team members of the Serum team is here. And thank you very much for your patience. Thank you very much for providing me this opportunity to interact with you. Thank you. Over to Peter.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, Krishna sir, for giving good information. And now I would just like to take another 2 to 3 minutes. That is like, there are around from Sinut College itself, we have around three of them. Two of their name is already in my mind. One is Narisha. She has completed her graduation just last year. And one is Davanka Shula. She is still now in 6th semester. I think so. Some of you might know her. She's already working in iMerit. So you can understand, guys, we are not only here to, just to make you to learn, but we are here also to give you livelihood. That means we are here to give you some placement opportunities also. Okay. So these are the good opportunities for you. And I have shared a link, a Google form in that chat box. Kindly, all of you fill up that form. Okay, all of you, whoever has joined and whoever cannot join, like there might be lots of your friends who could not join because we have crossed 150 plus. So there might be some people who could not join. So you can tell them I will be sharing my number along in the chat box now only. Okay, and you can also contact me in this number. And I would just like to now to tell Krishna Chetri, who's our center in charge, just to have a few words before we end up the session. Krishna, you there? Oh yes, Joshi sir. Yes sir. Yes sir. Yes, I can hear you, sir. Okay, okay. Oh, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for that, sir. Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you so much, Joshi sir. So what I'll do, I'll just share my number in the chat box. You can just check the number in my chat box. Yeah, kindly give your feedback, all of you. Please, we would love to, get your feedback. And once again, I just want to now wind up the session. Thank you so much, all the professors, all the teachers, faculties from Sinute College, even from Anudhi Foundation, who has joined this uh, con call, and even I want to thank Krishna Sadan sir, who has joined all the way from Calcutta, taking out his precious time and giving us such an information. So thank you everyone, and we hope you hope to look forward, and want you, all of you, to join this training program. And after that, we will try to place you in different organization. And now, as you know, all the organizations are mainly maximum organizations are looking for work from home. So this is a great opportunity for we people who really don't want to go and work outside. So the pandemic has done some damage for us, but has given us some good opportunities also, like work from home and all. All right. So I have shared my number with all of you. Kindly, you can get back to me anytime. You can call me or you can WhatsApp me also. I have WhatsApp in this number only. So any queries, any questions, you can just ask me. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a great day ahead. Thank you so much, Krishna sir.